That's me.
Oh, that's speed.
24 take 2, B camera only. Right.
Wait for it, guys.
Sit.
Background action.
They're quite a strange mob, really. They kind of love it because it's pretty much all they do, I think. They're characters, and they're the fact that they're always available is really bizarre to me.
Where a Hollywood extra is a professional extra, that's what they do. They bring the lawn chair, the thick book, the umbrellas, the sunblock, a cooler. They can hold out for days, some of these people. But in New Zealand, it's very strange. I'll look around, no one's brought anything. I see them carrying the white plastic chairs from the cafeteria, and I go, well, those probably can't be comfortable at all. So why don't you just bring your own chair? I don't get that. So it's a different sort of mentality. You just sort of, as an extra in New Zealand, you just sort of show up and then see how the day goes.
Sometimes you can sit there for 3 or 4 hours. Sometimes you can be there all day and never be used. And we have all sorts of people. We have people that don't speak English sometimes. We have people that aren't very bright. We have people that have been in car accidents, so they're a bit weird. We have strange people. We have onto it people. We just totally lots of different people.
It's early. It's 5:30 we picked them up, and they're just starting to go through wardrobe now at 6 o'clock. That's about a standard morning when we've got this many numbers. They'll be on the set at 7 o'clock. We start our shoot day at 7 o'clock. So, you know, and they'll be here till about 7 tonight as well. So that's their day.
An extra doesn't say anything, and an extra is in the background. Basically, they are just to give the background life, give it a reality. They are scenery. Well, I'm a third assistant director. There's 2 of us. One of us looks after the actors and the other one looks after the extras. Now, obviously, before we're on set, it's just a case of getting them through makeup, wardrobe, etc.
Had breakfast, got the morning paper, hot cup of coffee. What more can you ask for?
Stairs and to the right, mate. Round them up, you kind of wrangle them, make sure they're all where they're supposed to be. Okay, have a look. It's probably just falling out of your bag or something.
I had it in here and I was walking around with this all ringing. Just my cigarettes, but I want the lighter.
It's another thing that smoking is a big thing. They like to do that in their time off. Yeah, see, it's a big drama, obviously.
Is that yours?
Hey.
About the lighter.
It was
Found
just
it.
around there.
Found
Thank you very, very much.
Oh, yes, well.
Okay.
There's a happy ending for you right there, isn't it?
Bring them up, bring them up.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Okay, you're coming. Okay, guys, bring your white chairs and we'll go on up. Great car, guys, 14, 15. And then when we're on set, the left edge of frame is about, it's a case of just putting them into the shot. And basically I just have to tell them what's happening so that they can act accordingly. Perhaps you both go in and you come out first, and then you're like, it's your wife and you're telling her what to do, and you're just rearranging this. My worst experience, well, no, I've had a couple, but the worst one was we were doing a really hard ep, and basically he took offence at the way he thought that we were treating him. He just lost his temper and basically said that we treated them like human props and that we didn't care about them, and it just went off the handle, and I was quite offended because I try hard to have a rapport with my extras because I feel that people work better if you're decent to them. So see where the girls are, it's kind of there across, so we really want to keep this side as busy as possible. And if you inform them what you're doing and what you want from them, they do so much better on camera because then they know what they're doing. If you're a bit, Daniel, if you're a bit closer.
Stand by, please. Quiet, please. Shooting. Turn over.
Today. 2 take 2, camera.
And background, action.
Ready to battle isn't bothering business, is it? Chances are they don't know about it. But you see the city walls there? The battlements aren't even manned. They don't have scouts out. You've got to find a commander. He looks like he might know. It's the shiniest armor.
Stepping.
We're still
I'm charged up. My name is Bruce Campbell, and I am currently employed as a TV director. These are affectionately known as the Goon Squad here. The idea is that we see a very active village going back and forth with these guys sort of rousting the village. They're looking for our heroes.
Any ideas on how to get past the Goon Squad?
They're not just doing, 90210 crosses. The idea is, guys, you're looking for these heroes. So as you go past extras, I deal with extras in a very clinical fashion. Guys in the foreground that you don't have to worry so much about. I know that they're individual people, but to me they're actually human props. And then everyone else can just stay busy.
Yeah.
And the cameraman will generally treat them like props as well. Because he'll look through his lens and go, boy, it's really empty. Can we just put somebody in there? They don't care who. They don't care if it's a man or woman, just a warm body. It really is meant to be thick as thieves in that whole market. We talk about them in very vague ways. And based on the script, if a warlord is tormenting this village, they would all be poor, which means you want the quickest visual that you can. So you can say, well, get me people who look skinny, or they have beards, or unkept, or missing teeth, so they immediately, look poor. You don't talk about names or people or anything. They're units. They're widgets.
We're just going to be walking around big villages, being scared by the soldiers. They're looking for someone. We're just going to be doing our everyday thing, who are these guys, scary.
Have you done much extra work for these guys?
This is my 20-something episode, 24th over about 3 years. Good part-time. A lot of fun,
Do you think about your character sometimes?
All the time. All the
Like
time.
what kind of
It's
stuff?
what you're doing.
What goes through your head?
Everything, just about doing the right thing, not getting in the way. Realising the fact that every single person here relies upon every other person.
Background action.
And if someone's out, the chain gets broken. And that includes us at the bottom of it, It's still just as important as the director, If we don't do our job, everyone has to do it.
Cut it there. Okay, one more, please. So, extras are a weird breed because there's not a lot to do all day long.
We're all prisoners, extras.
not actors. There was a girl last week, she was so paranoid, and I said, what's the matter? And she goes, I got better things to do than wait this long. And then I go to her, well, think of the money. Think of the money, you get paid every day. She goes, but I'm a cleaner. I get $30 an hour. And I was thinking, cleaner, $30 an hour. I'm sure she's lying to me. I had my own house, and then I sold that house to put a deposit on this house. And why I moved here is because it's a lot better from the old house I used to have. It's a lot better than the house I used to have in Otara. The house in Otara was like really cold for my kids, and mice were running around, and one night you could be waking up and there's a rat like sitting right in front of you. Like I'm on the benefit, the welfare, and like the extra works gives me a bit of money, to pay for my bills and clothes for my kids and food. My first time I was pretty nervous. I go to one of my ADs, I'm not experienced. I don't know how to act. She goes, you don't have to be experienced. All you have to do is just stand there and do what they tell you to do. And that's what I done.
We've got 20 prisoners. We're in a set that's a prison set, so we've got 20 prisoners and about 6 guards who'll be pushing them around a little bit.
Roll sound. And action. Action. And cutting. Go ahead and do one more. Yep, resetting, going again. Action.
There's a lot of different kinds of extras. You've got extras who are sort of aspiring actors, who really think this is their big break. That you can sort of have a little sympathy for those deluded sorts at times. But then, there's lots of people who just come along because they're interested. They've got regular jobs in other areas. They're just really giving themselves a bit of diversity, and we've sort of got everybody from the unemployed to millionaires. Full spectrum of ages too, really. Sometimes we often work with children.
There's going to be a lot of shouting. There's going to be characters screaming. There's going to be some of those men when they start shouting, especially when they're being killed.
The other thing I need you to do is look quite scared when you're walking forward. I'm not sure where your mummy is,
Yeah.
So sort of like not smiling.
Onto that.
Both cameras up speed.
Working and background. Action! Hold it. We'll walk to Lucy. Okay, reset. Another one.
We've got people 70, 75. We've got a married couple who are regulars on the show, who celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary by spending a day on set a little while ago, So yeah, all sorts really, all sorts.
Nearly always they're either prisoners or villagers. Most of the extras, the female extras, the older ones, play those sorts of characters. And the younger ones tend to have the characters of, the female warriors. I've been out in New Zealand now over 40 years. It's usually beautifully warm out here. And unfortunately, I met someone and married and had 2 children and then got left on my own. So it's been a struggle here. So I've never really liked New Zealand.
You're happy.
I've been just so lucky. They've really kept me well supplied with work. I'm getting so used to it now that when I'm not called, I'm thinking, I'm lost. I really look forward to it, and even as so much that it's putting me off going to Australia. So from starting off just being, oh well, it's come at the right time, to actually not exactly taking over my life, but at least having a little bit more, perhaps, importance to me and to my well-being.
Come on down, please, folks.
Right, you can have me a cup of tea.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
I don't know who the agent was. They just happened to know that I was a choir director and asked me if I could supply 15 singers. We knew we were going to have to lip sync to an already recorded choir track. We knew it was going to have to be gospel style, which is not really our normal style.
Playback.
Oh, we're gonna praise.
We expected to be made up and wear the costumes, but we didn't know about the contact lenses. We're about to have black contact lenses put in our eyes, and they're to give us a devilish, demonic look. Sorry, I can't.
You right? No, I can put that down a bit. There you go. Is that better? Okay, just look over to the television. It's alright, look down. Look over to me, darling. Thank you. Look over to the television now. Look back over to me. Look over the television. And then slowly close your eye. How's it feeling, sweetie?
Fine.
Can you tell me what it feels like?
Yeah, I've got triple vision. Yeah, can't see anything clearly, and the rest of the day will be a bit of a blur to me.
Quiet, listen up, please. Excuse me, folks. All the choir, can we have you standing outside the studio doors so we can get your cloaks on, ready to go on for the next shot?
Pretty good.
You go to heaven or something. 1, 2, 3.
Do you want the shirts dirty? Yeah. And do one of those really quick extras in the background wounds, so that you will never have any time for them. So we created all those lovely bloods, like clotted blood.
They've just come back from war and they're wounded and yeah, basically. But we're running out of options on the wound front. Everyone seems to be bashed in the head or have broken arms.
Better higher than lower wounds, and all three of them quickly. So.
What is your blood made out of?
Golden syrup. Coffee, golden syrup. Strawberry jam. What else do they put in it?
Maria's going to be a star.
I
I'm from Russia. My parents were scared for me because it's really dangerous to walk in the streets, and I was growing up and I was a teenager, and my parents decided me that it would be good for my future if I learn English and if I'll be away from all these bad things that are happening right now. And my parents said, okay, you can go to New Zealand.
Ready, are you? Well, I kind of need one straight away.
Well, just pick one.
It's different, but I found it a bit boring. I get a job probably once a month, just enough to survive for my pocket money.
Thank you.
What we got, boys?
We have Olga and Marina. And will you actually bring you as well?
I don't have any ideas, I don't have any plans for my future yet, which is sad. And because of the situation in Russia now, my parents can't support me anymore, so they said, Olga, sorry. So I'm afraid I have to find a job.
No, you're sick too, but you don't have to limp maybe. Maybe we can do something else. Like, tummy. Yeah, you've got a sore tummy.
Action.
It's normal, but it's a totally abnormal job, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not everyday life really, is it? No, so it's cool. Yeah, I would definitely do it. I mean, to have the experience, if you want to have a look at the film industry from the inside and see what really happens, then I can understand people are attracted and they see extraing as being a way to get in and see all the magical things that this show actually has with their locations and their props. And we've had people that are just completely absorbed at what's going on set, and they just love watching the interaction between the crew and the actors.
And that's the cut. Very nice.
So yeah, it's a great way to see another world, really.
Right, everybody, that's a wrap on the extras.